My name is Anastasia-Alexandra. I'm 19 years old. I work as a manager at Woolworths in Minden. I really do enjoy writing. It's what I'm passionate about.
I'm Anastasia-Alexandra. I'm 39 years old and I teach martial arts for a living. Hi.
Please don't hurt me.
Hi, I'm Nerisha Kemrod, author and poet from Gauteng, South Africa, where I reside with my husband and 2 young daughters.
Hello, my name is Debbie Stansfield and I'm 30 years old. I originate from a little town called Sasolburg in South Africa, although I'm currently living in Pretoria. I have loved writing since I was a young child and just have always known that is what I love doing.
Now.
Hi, I'm Nikki, 36 years old. Nice to meet all of you. I fix watches for a living and I write when I've got time.
Alright. What made you decide to take part in the anthology attempt?
On Facebook, from one of my mutual friends, I saw this one post that they're attempting to break a world record for the most authors contributing to an anthology of short stories. So I decided, let me try, and join, because there's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I decided to take it.
Right. What made you decide to take part in the anthology?
Well, I saw the notice go out on Facebook, so I emailed Shaun and asked him if I could submit something. He was like, sure, go ahead. And a few days later I found out I'm in the anthology, so that's how it happened.
Anthology Written is a collection of 107 stories from authors across the world. It includes my short story, The Unwanted Visitor, which is actually my debut story that got me into fiction writing. It originated from a dream that I had, and I felt the need to write it down.
It is always great to try something new that makes one feel as though you're part of something unique and awesome. So when I saw this attempt on Facebook, shared by a mutual friend of mine, I just knew that I had to be a part of this attempt, and nothing would stop me.
Made you guys write the book?
What made me decide to write a story for this anthology? The idea of a South African publishing house trying to break a world record really appealed to me, and I thought I'd give it a go, and just held thumbs and prayed that I got in.
Well, what is your story about?
My story is about a near-death experience. It's not from personal experience, but it's loosely based on true events. It's from other people that I know that have had a near-death experience. But basically, what else, is in my story, it can show how if you make certain mistakes or certain choices in your life based on other people, not based on yourself, you can make mistakes along the way. So basically, you should just believe in yourself and stick with yourself.
So what is your story about?
Okay. Well, first of all, the book is a compilation of short stories by 107 different authors. It comprises of the various genres from horror to thrillers to romance to contemporary. Specifically, my story is a historical fiction set in the late 1950s in the Congo during the uprisings. It's a story of one family and sort of their migration from the Congo to South Africa and the various challenges that they faced along the way.
This book encompasses stories across various genres, while my story touches on the themes of love and death and treasuring the time that we have left.
It's about a young woman that is thrown a challenge that feels as though it's impossible, but she quickly realizes that because of her family and loved ones, that she will be able to get through it.
The entire anthology is a bit of everything. Specifically, my story is a look at the baser side of sick.
And your challenges? What challenges did you face while writing your story?
Definitely time, like everyone else, because I found out about this 3 days before the end of, how can I say,
The submission date.
Yes. I found out 3 days before the deadline, and then I had to start writing. It's hectic for me, but I ended up doing it. I tried my best. I did have, some sleepless nights, but in the end it turned out fine because I submitted and my story was accepted, and that's the most important thing.
Speaking of challenges, what challenges did you face while writing your story?
Like everybody here apparently, time was a bit of an issue. I think I speak for more than just myself when I say this is not my full-time job. We all do this part-time, so finding time to write on a daily basis when you've got a job and various responsibilities can get a little bit challenging.
There are many challenges in writing, some of them being finding the time to write, getting the right words down, losing momentum because we are worried that readers won't find our story good enough, and my greatest challenge is procrastination. But writers have to find a way to overcome these challenges in order to get their story down.
I restarted my story 13 times before I was happy with it, before my characters were happy with it. So, yeah. That was a pain.
Alright, well, what challenges did you face when writing your story?
Time. Time was a big challenge.
And what lessons have you taken away from this? What have you learned?
Writers that have come together and compiled this anthology of short stories come from all walks of life. And that for me is kind of like a lesson, because it's different people from different countries. It's very diverse. So you get to meet different people. It's different experiences, different backgrounds, different places. So it is a very big learning experience.
What lessons can one take away from this attempt?
I believe that the story will appeal to different people. So I think that as far as lessons and things are concerned, different people will find different lessons in different stories. So I hope that they find something in that.
Things to be learned from this anthology. All I can say is that you have to read these stories to find them out.
It's more what not to do kind of thing.
And as the writer of your story, what message do you want to portray to your readers?
That there's always a silver lining in life, that there's sunshine after the rain. I don't think my writing has ever ended in tragedy, but if it has come close to ending in tragedy, it ends in resolution.
And as the writer of your story, what message do you want to relay?
I don't think my story really is about a life lesson as such. It really is more of a feel-good story, a story of overcoming challenges and starting new.
Writing is a challenge in itself. All writers know this. What readers should know is that we pride ourselves in our stories in the hopes that they take these magical journeys with us. Words are powerful if only we take the time to friend them.
If you work with a group of awesome people that make sure the whole experience is fun and that each and every other person is motivated, then it's just fantastic. And they shouldn't give up on what they might think is an impossible task. And being able, or given the ability to escape into another world is just awesome and amazing.
What do I want to relay through this? What lessons can I take away from it? Would more be a case of, if you're going to put your mind to something, you can do it. You can write a story in 2 days. You can put an anthology together when you've just opened a publishing house. Don't get halfway and stop, push through, and you can get somewhere with it.
And how can people relate to your characters? How have you made them more human?
People can definitely relate because it's something that has happened to real people before. It's based on someone else's experience, not my own. But also, again, because the authors come from different countries, so people can relate if they have experienced similar things to us as the authors. Because I don't think only for myself, but like as everyone, you know, as a whole, we don't just write, you know, with our minds or just with our hands or whatever. We put our heart in it, a bit of our souls in it, and probably a bit of our personal experiences in it.
And how can people relate to your characters? What makes them relatable to our everyday life?
Again, being that this is an anthology and there are so many different viewpoints and aspects to the book, I think that the main thing is that the writers of this book are ordinary people who had stories to tell. And I hope it will inspire other writers to take the chance to write their stories. And I hope that it will entertain the readers that we have written the stories for.
Readers will find themselves relating to the book and its characters in different ways, depending on what they take away from the stories and the emotions evoked within them as they run with their imaginations. Happy reading.
That people can come together all over the world to work on something without it having to turn into a fight or even a disagreement. As for the characters in my book, that being surrounded by the right people can always make you feel good, and that things will seem less difficult with those who love you around, and that you should just never give up.
How relatable do you find your characters?
To 20-something pub hopping